Hello, it's me, Benjamin Wilfred Brown. Um, Today is October 9th, 2024. I think it's October 29th, 2024. I believe it's a Wednesday. And I just got my um, Japan Post package, which came seemingly from Japan. It looks like somebody's cut the box along the edge here. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's been opened, maybe not. The tape looks like it's the original tape. It looks like it's the original tape on the package, but the box has been opened. It looks like it was opened with a razor blade or something. The box, at any rate, is not really intact, but it doesn't seem to be any double tape late. Maybe right here. Looks like a new piece of tape. So this is my package from Japan Post, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it is that I ordered from Japan Post, and a little bit of why I ordered from Japan Post, and what this is. So my name is Benjamin Wilfred Brown, and I've been going through a lot this past 10, 15 years, 20 years. I actually didn't know that I was the inspiration for all these really important, or all these really big, influential comic book superheroes and comic book things, and I actually didn't know I was being put at the center of a religious cult-like conspiracy's desire to validate religious prophecies. There seems to be some public acceptance of these type of things happening, and one of the things is the supposedly Hebrew people are occupying the territory of Israel, which wasn't technically supposed to happen until the return of the Messiah. The Christians don't really believe that the Messiah does anything, and they believe that it's the heir to David and that he's just crucified, and then nothing changes. Then we just party like animals. And then the Jews believe that David comes and helps or participate or oversees the actual act of liberating humanity. And then the Muslims also believe that Isa manifests in order to cast sinners into the lake of fire, purportedly through the Islamic Quran. But the thing that I experienced personally was that Isa's judgment is cast. And Isa's judgment was that man is not God, and that man is not divine, and that it was Isa's judgment that saved the day. And I experienced this personally, being in a position to think that like having these things imposed on me, like, oh, like, am I Jesus? Am I David? Or who am I? Or what is it that's happening to me? But anyway, as a kid, I was really fond of this cartoon, and it was called Dragon Ball Z. And I never really got the chance to devote myself to it like I always wanted to. I always wanted to take Shaolin Kung Fu, and I meant to take a Shaolin Kung Fu course at East Los Angeles College, and I looked into it, and I almost did it, but then I didn't quite go. I got to take a karate course when I was younger, and there's all these little things that I've seen within the cartoon that allude to me and allude to my existence. Specifically because I am involved in this conflict involving the Palestinian and Israeli people and the return of David, and I circumcised myself in a parking lot alley somewhere in Montebello, and I believe that all those things are sort of tied into my existence. I seem to be one of the major themes of like several popular Japanese anime cartoons and stuff, and one of the other ones that I know allude to me and allude to this conflict between me and my brother is Inuyasha, and I guess something about like my having a reduced status because I'm not pure white or something. because I'm part indigenous and I'm part Indian Arab, apparently. Um, but anyway, I know that this cartoon specifically alludes to me because there's this one scene specifically where Goku is training with Master Popo, and he puts on this crown, and whenever he puts on this crown, thunderbolts strike him. And then after these thunderbolts strike him, Goku sits there sizzled to a crisp, and then Master Popo takes the crown off his head and says, well, that training is too advanced for you. And I think seemingly somewhere somebody was trying to entice me to be some sort of king or lord over somebody, but I don't really think the Abrahamic covenant works that way. And also, there seems to be some sort of connection about my having an origin that is like not typically, that is not the typical of the average human. The Jesus thing was like not of this world, right? But I think that meant that you were like from the spirit world or something. But in my case, I think the implication was that humanity was influenced by time-traveling psychics or deep space traveling humans into creating me. Because there was all these things surrounding the Jewish religion and the English language and the different things that occurred around humanity that implied that that there was some sort of external influence. I mean, if the people in charge now went back in time, they couldn't possibly selectively breed themselves out of apes. And if the people that are in charge now went back in time to make themselves or put themselves in charge, then the circumstances that resulted in their existence would not have occurred, which means they would not have the capacity to go back in time, having endured hardships and trials or having learned advanced technology and quantum mathematic principles. So here it is. This is my Dragon radar. There also is this other scene in a Dragon Ball, in the Dragon Ball Z series, when Goku suffers from some mysterious heart ailment, and the heart ailment actually kills him, making it impossible for humanity to destroy Android 17 and Android 18, which were created by Dr. Gero. And Dr. Gero is obsessed with beating Goku for whatever reason. He's just really obsessed with beating Goku, really obsessed with defeating Goku. And so he creates Android 17 and Android 18, who go on a killing spree, killing humanity everywhere. But I think there's also a time traveling element in Dragon Ball. There's like two different timelines. There seems to be some sort of connection between the Maybach car company and German engineering and drug engineering and chemical engineering, and also Capsule Corp's. Bulma is the heir to the Capsule Corp fortune, and she has her father, who's an engineer. So she knows how to make all these interesting gadgets, and she knows how to build things. And one of the things that she builds is a time machine. And the story in the Dragon Ball franchise is that Trunks, after being trained by Gohan, goes through all these different things that makes him super powerful and super strong. And after he becomes super powerful and super strong from fighting the androids and being defeated the whole time, what he actually does is he actually goes back in times and kills Frieza, who is an alien from another planet, and kills Frieza and actually gives the medicine to Goku so that he can survive. And after he survives his ailments and all the different things that happen, he actually goes on to father another child on top of Gohan, who is his firstborn. I'm not married yet, and I don't have any intentions of getting married in the near future. But anyway, this is my Dragon radar. In the series, they're actually developed and made by Bulma, who is I'm something friendly to, apparently, in the series anyway. I don't have a whole lot of friends. I'm here alone in Montreal, and this seems to be one of the cool little things that I get to have and that I get to have access to. But this is my Dragon Radar, and it's like I wanted one just for the sake of having it. I enjoy the series just so much, just because it inspires me, and it's sort of funny. It makes me laugh a lot, and I really appreciate being able to watch something like that with everything that I'm going through. I mean, my children are missing. My father was murdered. I think my mother might have been murdered. I'm relatively certain that these people are determined to put me in prison for life. So here I am, this guy that's like, the inspiration for all these cartoons, but everybody's trying to hurt him, and I'm the proof that humanity's been reduced to genetically engineered remote control slaves, and that nobody is reproducing organically. And the courts here in Montreal are ignoring me, and I believe that I will also be met with negligence and evasion if I go and try to engage the people in British Columbia. And I'm starting to see those kinds of things also in Ottawa. But there's something. I have something, and this is my something. This is my my very own Dragon Radar. One of the other little things that I've caught in the Dragon Ball Z series that allude to me is that I have this little girl who's named Autumn Aurora Brown, who looks very much like Chi-Chi. I don't believe in getting married to her, and I'm not going to be getting married to her, but I know that this resembles something of the Isis mythology, where the father marries the daughter or something. I don't know, there's some sort of connection to that, but I have no intentions of marrying my daughter. But I know that there is a loose Hindu philosophy associated with Dragon Ball, which basically means that all the different characters in Dragon Ball exist as extensions from the one root source, which is like, parallel to Hinduism, like all the pagan deities exist as extensions from the one root deity. I don't believe that because I practice Judaism and Islam. But I also don't support Dragon Ball Super. I've bought one of the manga book episodes, but I didn't know that it purported the idea that Goku could be deified, and I won't support Dragon Ball Super. The other thing that somebody somewhere did is they sold Marvel Comics to the Disney Corporation in order to spite me, on top of writing into the Dragon Ball series that Goku and Vegeta could be deified or whatever. Making it difficult for me to try to enjoy things that I grew up with and things that I used to inspire me to be whatever it was that I was. I was never particularly brilliant like some of the Marvel superheroes that I was never particularly as brilliant as any of the Marvel superheroes, but I've always kind of been kind of like a neglected loser type. I was obese when I was younger. I was obese most of my years until I got into high school, and then I didn't really do much in high school except get high on drugs, and it's part of the reason that my heart is burnt out. I used to inject crystal meth and heroin in large amounts, and I burnt my heart out. I'm actually a type 2 diabetic, and I don't take insulin shots, and I'm on the verge of cardiac arrest. And but I'm still around, and these people seem to keep me around even though they don't want me to fix their problems. So anyway, I went out of my way specifically to get a Dragon Ball radar, just because there's some weird things about the Dragon Ball Z series that I don't particularly trust. I have some of the Dragon Ball Z movies, but I'm probably not going to buy the Dragon Ball Z series. But I will invest in the Dragon Ball GT series because I've seen the episodes before, and there's like some themes that I kind of enjoyed, and one of the themes was Goku and Trunks and Banchan wind up on a planet, and as soon as they get there, everybody starts charging them for everything. And they're like, what's going on? We just landed here. And it's like, these people are like charging them, and they're charging them for everything. They're like charging them for where they park, they're charging them for the air they're breathing, they're charging them for everything. And they're just like, we can't even like pay this, like what's going on? And it was like this idea or this theme that was like very anti-consumerism. It's just like this idea that like here we are, and just like, oh, okay, I need money for, like, the air that you're breathing. I need money for the water that you're drinking. Oh, I need money for for you to walk down the street. It's just like this ridiculous idea. It's just like consumerism and capitalism just gone completely just crazy. So it's like that one theme has stuck with me, and then also like the Dragon Ball GT series revolves around a completely different set of Dragon Balls, and in the Dragon Ball series, um, in the Dragon Ball series, um, after you make a wish, the balls spend a year looking like pieces of stone, but they disperse throughout the earth. The Black Star Dragon Balls disperse throughout the galaxy, so you have to go travel to different points in space in order to find the Dragon Balls. And for that, there is also a Dragon Radar. So this is Ben Brown's very first Dragon Radar. So being the inspiration for the series, loosely or specifically, is sort of an important thing for me, and I think that it's sort of important for everybody. I don't know, it's like, imagine, one of those legendary samurais, going the first time to get his like first sword from somebody or something. This isn't a sword, but this is like an important artifact in my life, whether I'm dying or whether I'm going to prison or whether I survive or whatever, whatever. I don't care. This is an important thing. It's like one of the cool little things that just like, makes me who I am. And it's like, I grew up with it, and I love Dragon Ball. It's somewhat erotic, and it's a little crass in the humor. I never saw those episodes as a kid because they wouldn't air those episodes on American television. I've seen the episodes now, and I see that there's an erotic element to it, but the main message that I understood was, if you want to ride the flying Nimbus, you have to be pure of heart, which means you can't have those ideas, and you can't be compelled to lust for women, which is something that I celebrate as a newly reformed Jew and a Muslim. So I do not look to be compelled to, with pornographic images or with sex with women or whatever. But this is like, I was like looking forward to this my Dragon Radar, my very first Dragon Radar. And in the series, you can use this to find the Dragon Balls. So you can get all 7 balls together, and you can make your wish before the dragon, who was created by Kami. So this is a little tag right here. I'm going to pull this tag, and let's see what happens. This is my Dragon Radar. So I guess one of the things that people like to do is they like to go to the Anime Expo dressed up as their favorite character. And this thing that I'm holding in my hand is probably one of the things that people buy whenever they go dressed up as Dragon Ball Z characters. So I guess I didn't finish explaining. So the way that I understood it is, there's this aspect of me that is also Ox King, as well as Goku, as well as Gohan, as well as some of the other characters, Piccolo or whatever. But I think like it's supposed to be a philosophical message about how you learn from everybody, and the person that a lot of people could argue that I identify the least with would be Goku, because I'm something reputed, sort of reputed of being a coward, And I don't seem particularly interesting, but I do seem to be kind of a knucklehead, and also um, I'm really determined to be the embodiment of this Goku character. And also, like I said, my kids have been kidnapped. I don't know where my son is, but if he's willing to fight and defend his right to be Gohan, then it's not something that I could take away from him. Um, and there's all these different aspects of the Dragon Ball cartoon that kind of allude to my life, and all these different things that I'm going through, and all these things that are social commentary on all these things that are happening here and now. One of the things that I caught was like the Broly episodes. The Broly episodes actually express and emphasize that it is possible to remotely control humans or remotely control people. And it's actually what it is that we're going through. I have a cerebral ghost chip implant somewhere in this brain, and it alludes to this technology. In the Broly episodes, it seems to be like a necklace where his dad remote controls him into doing the things that he wants him to do or whatever. But it's just there's also this thing called the Tree of Might. Tom. Tom is the name of my father. And in the Tree of Might episode, and I'm like at war with the Catholic Church, right? And the Catholic Church is the embodiment of the Tree of Life, in which they crucify people. So the Tree of Life is like an allusion to my being at war with the Roman Catholic Church. And in the episodes, or in the movie Tree of Might, there's actually a scene where Gohan is confronted with a character that looks like his father, but isn't his father. It isn't Goku. It looks just like Goku, but it's not Goku. It's Trillis. And this is also an aspect that is true of my life, and somewhere my son is probably hanging out with a guy that looks just like me, but isn't me, and is tied to the church, which is frustrating for me as a newly found Jew and a newly found Muslim with different ideals than what the Catholic Church purports. So there is a connection between the religious prophecies and the religious conspiracies and the Dragon Ball cartoon, but and I am religious and I believe in God, and I don't want humanity to die because of starvation or because of something that I was negligent about or something that I didn't do. So the Quran says, bow before Adam if you want to make it into the paradise. And that was the one thing that Iblis did not do. God commanded Iblis to bow before humanity. And Iblis did not. Iblis is not an angel. Iblis seems to be some sort of like lesser entity that is associated with fire, which could be some sort of advanced technology. But I have bowed to humanity because I know that the blood of Europeans has been spilled on my account. I have bowed to humanity because I know that the blood of Asians and Arabs have been spilled on my account. And I have no intention of being insulting of them, and I'd like very much to meet people that are reliable and noble and honorable. And I'd like very much to be a part of their lives and experience what it is to be Ben Brown, son of Thomas, father to Ethan Ray Thomas Brown, and father to Autumn Aurora Brown, and take on the task, my appointed task of participating in global ascension and global liberation and being a guardian of humanity. So this is my Dragon Radar. I have every intention of carrying it with me everywhere I go. And yeah, that's about it. So, also wearing my Powerpuff Girls shirt. All the girls in the series were named after me. Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles, because all their names start with a B, and my name is Benjamin Brown, BB. I also think there might be a connection between the 10 Commandments and the letter B. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a Christian. I support Judaism and Islam. I support literacy amongst impoverished people. And if 2/3 of the world's population die and the global economy collapses, or if it suffocates the middle and lower classes, it's not going to be because of me. I've picked and I've chosen to be a servant of humanity, and I'm willing to fight, and I'm willing to serve, and my kids are missing. My father was murdered. I don't know what happened to my mother. More than likely she was murdered, as the Bruce Wayne Batman cartoon alludes to, is that both Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered, and that was Thomas Wayne. Thomas, again, like my father, Thomas, and Martha Wayne. My mom's name isn't Martha. My mom's name is Marina Marcial. I think also an allusion to the Maybach car company. So, Ben Brown and his very first Dragon Radar. I was thinking about getting one for Autumns, the Autumns that are living at 532, but I don't know if I don't think she's getting the packages, and I don't really know how comfortable I feel with sending them more stuff. Not really well knowing if she's getting them or not. It feels a little stupid or selfish of me to not send something, but I'm just, if it's not really my daughter, then it's some engineered clone version of her that's been raised by the state, and they're relatively negligent, and she's, I bet at any rate, cerebrally incapacitated, and promoting cartoons in her life would probably bring pleasure to her, as well as comic books, because comic books is something that I really loved as a kid, even though I didn't get to indulge my comic book desires as much as I liked to, and as much as I wanted to. So wherever you are, Akira Toriyama, thank you for Dragon Ball. To all you guys who helped at Bird Studio, thank you for Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball. I love it. Thank you guys. And thank you for instant soups. Thank you for instant soups. Thank you Japan. Thank you China. For being Asian and being awesome. And I'd like very much to meet with you guys, and I'd like very much to be of service to you and to your people. And to all you righteous and salvageable members, please, please, I wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Ni hao. Arigato. Bye guys. Bye guys.